Hi, I'm Mark with Samaritan's Well. Today we're talking about a topic you might not get in an everyday counseling session, but it's something that I've seen over and over, and it's a very scriptural topic, and it's vows. V-O-W-S. A vow, according to Numbers chapter 30, is something that you bind your soul. If you make a vow, you bind your soul. So specifically, you bind your mind, will, and emotions. That's our soul. But what I've found is that it can be a very appropriate vow. It can be a vow that's very destructive. So let's just say my wife and I got married 35 years ago, and we took our marriage vows that day. And so those vows were thought out. They were really the traditional vows that have stood the test of time. We prayed about it before we did it, and we did it very calm, cool, and collected, and we could take the same vows again today, and I think we would be in total agreement. Those vows are part of what really have kept my wife and I together, have kept us, glued together. They've bound our soul together. So vows can be very, very powerful in a very positive way. And in this case, God empowers that vow. We understand that. But how could a vow be destructive? A vow can be destructive. It can be negative if it's made after a hurt, a rejection, or some very painful thing we have been through. Let me tell you one of the most classic vows that I've seen. It just came up a day or two ago in one of my counseling sessions. It comes up every week in one way or another. A man went through a relationship in his early 20s, maybe 21 years old, and he was connected with this woman, and he thought, sure, I'm going to marry her. He really opened his heart. They had a deep relationship for a period of time. And then suddenly it got broken off. It may not matter that much how it gets broken off. Some ways are more hurtful than others. But he made a vow after that happened. I will never let a woman get close enough to hurt me like that again. That was a vow out of pain, out of rejection, or out of betrayal. And he made that vow and he bound his soul. And in the future, it will undoubtedly affect his relationships. So a person comes in, and one of the things we're praying is, Lord, are there any vows that this man or this woman has made that is binding them to something that they need to be free from? You can pray that prayer too. You can go back and look at the entire chapter of Numbers. It talks about vows, and over you'll see it says, bind my soul, bound his soul with a vow. And so if there is something, I will never let somebody treat me like this, that could be a very good statement or belief or foundation for you to go with. But you have to come back from the vow, and you have to repent of a vow that you made out of hurt, and you have to renounce the vow. So that's what I have people do. I would have that man go, Lord, I'm sorry for being my own protector in the sense of making a vow and saying, I'm going to be God over relationships in the future. I'm trusting you, Lord, to give me wisdom in these relationships, and I'm trusting you to be my protector. I confess that I made that vow out of my hurt, and I renounce the vow that I'll never let anybody get close enough to hurt me. I want you to consider, if you've made vows in the past, you can pray about it and think about it, that need to be confessed and renounced so that God can be your shepherd and you're not just shepherding yourself with these vows and these walls of self-protection. I hope that's helpful. It's something that I see every day and I work with very often with people. Remember, you can reach us at SamaritansWell.com anytime. Thanks for watching.